and welcome back to another video. Excuse my wet hair, I've just taken a shower, but also I'm sorry if you can hear any background noise. I'm using my phone as the microphone so that hopefully it won't pick up any of it. It's really hot, so I have to keep the window open and the fan on. Also sorry if I keep looking down here, it's because I have my laptop with all my notes. Since I'm currently here in Malaysia, I've been documenting and filming bits and bobs. I thought it would also make sense for me to film a separate video on the night markets here. I've been to a couple of markets already, but I didn't have a chance to film too much then. Going to a night market, it can be kind of an overwhelming experience if you've never done it before, so I didn't want to just like whip out my phone and film everything. So now that I'm kind of a bit more in the groove of things, I thought I would record it. Also, I'm sorry if I butchered any of the names. I'm really not good at the pronunciation. I'm still working on it. So I've been to the Jalan Alor street market, which is the most famous market here, and I've also been to one called Pasar Malam, which I'll actually be showing in this video. Now, the reason why I won't be showing the Jalan Alor one is because I personally prefer the Pasar Malam one. It's a little bit less overwhelming than the Jalan Alor one. I feel like there's a lot more going on in that one because it's so famous, and obviously I'm not equipped with a whole filming crew, so it's just me doing these silly little videos, so it would just be really hard to film, I think. And I really did try to film, but most of the footage looked like this. It got quite hot and overwhelming halfway through, so there isn't much footage of me actually trying the food that we got. Sadly, I was just too focused on trying not to lose my boyfriend through the whole like crowd of people that was there, as I just didn't want to get lost. It's a bit of a maze once you get in. It was still really fun to film this, and I'll do a voiceover over all the footage that I did get to explain a little bit. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So a quick disclaimer, the lighting in this video is pretty bad as we came at night, hence it's a night market. We arrived around 7 p.m. and as soon as we walked into the alleyway, there were booths set up on both sides serving various sweet and savory foods, pastries, meat, delicacies such as duck meat and others. So growing up in Italy, personally, my childhood did consist of going to similar places like these. So if you're also from Italy, you'll probably be a bit familiar with this concept, which Italians call bancarelle. I don't really remember if there is such a thing in other parts of Europe. Maybe just like, I think farmers markets are a similar thing, but they usually happen during the day, whereas this is more of a night activity where people go and eat and socialize. Our first stop was at this booth where my boyfriend got some fried fish sticks. I didn't get any as I was craving something a bit more sweet, so instead I grabbed the chocolate fudgy cake, and oh my god, it was so good. I don't know what the lady who was selling it put in this, but it was literally divine. As we walked a bit further, my boyfriend pointed out they were selling some fried ice cream, which I never had before. It's essentially a pastry that looks like the Italian chestnut and chocolate filled morsels. I think we called them panzerotti or like tortelli di castagne cioccolato, but instead this was fried and filled with ice cream on the inside. From what I gathered, they keep it in a freezer, and then once you order it, they pop it in this boiling pot and fry it and serve it with any toppings you want. I went with chocolate ice cream and chocolate flavored toppings. It was just a full-on chocolate explosive bomb. It was really hot on the outside and a bit messy, so I wasn't sure how to eat it, but once you bite in, you get hit with the cold, which was surprising since I thought it would have surely melted from the heat, but no, it was just solid ice cream. I would definitely rate this like a 10 out of 10. I would get this again if I'm having a sweet craving. So by this point is where we started sweating so much and the crowd was definitely at its peak. We stopped by this Milo stand where me and my boyfriend got ourselves a drink to cool off a bit. Since staying in Malaysia, I've definitely gone a bit addicted to the Milo drink. It's just so flavorful. I'd say even more so than the Nesquik that we have in Europe. On our way back around, I saw a lot more stands that were selling different items than just food. There were people selling things such as souvenirs, clothing, but also this really cute stand where this lady was selling some off-branded Sony Angels. As someone who would love to collect all the Sonys in the world, they just seem to be quite hard to find nowadays since they went viral a few years ago. I might make a DIY out of it when I get home back in the UK. I was thinking maybe like a keychain or something, because I also feel a bit scared of wearing my real Sony Angels out and about, because what if they get snatched? Like, I've seen so many people wearing their Labubus out and about and they get snatched literally off people's bags because they're so viral and popular and expensive. And to be fair, real Sony Angels now, even online, do cost quite a bit, so it's kind of an investment. I think I'm gonna make this into a keychain so I don't feel as bad if somebody were to snatch it or if I lose it, you know. But yeah, anyway, moving on. We stopped by the stand that was selling something called mortabak. I know I'm saying that wrong, but it's basically like dough wrapped around meat, usually beef and other fillings and spices, which then gets cooked on a pan, and you can choose which sort of meat filling you want. I think there were 3 at the time. We took some to try at home, and I have to say it was sort of like a mini pancake just filled with meat, and it was quite tender and like soft, still really yummy. Markets have such a variety of foods that you can try, and it's almost never ending, and it's always so good because you can also see them preparing it right in front of you, so the flavor is really genuine. Something also really cool here is that they are really generous with their portions. By the very end, I tried this avocado smoothie, which I had mixed feelings about, but once I tried it, I was no doubt pleasantly surprised. It wasn't too sweet or bitter. It really just tasted like a smooth and fresh avocado smoothie. I would maybe get it again, but in a smaller size. So I hope you enjoyed this video of me exploring the Pasar Malam night market here in KL, Malaysia. And if you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a like, comment or subscribe. I do have more Malaysia content coming up in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye!